Tonight on Love Noise, we welcome rising force in country rock, Jacksonville's own Dalton Jones. From church route to the big stage, his sound is gritty, soulful, and packed with energy. Buckle up. This is Dalton Jones music.
This program is part of the Scene Project's podcast network. The Scene Project features interviews with independent musicians, comedians, and artists from across the Midwest. Become part of our community and support local art wherever you are. Welcome into another exciting episode of The Scene. We are live tonight with Love Noise. I am here with my brothers and my co-hosts, Boo Boo and Wild Willie. And tonight's guest, like you just heard Willie introducing, is the one and only Dalton Jones.
Hey, guys. How's it going tonight?
Man, it's great to have you, Dalton. I know we just got to talk yesterday on our podcast, but man, it's good to see you again. I know you had a big day. Before we catch up with you, though, I'm going to allow our co-host to say hello. Willie, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing fantastic. You know, just another day out here doing what I do.
Boo Boo, your internet looks better now. What happened?
Oh man, it's actually cheaper than the old thing. I ended up having to buy a phone app and hotspot my internet.
We should have done that a few weeks ago.
Surprisingly, it works better than what I had.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Well, our esteemed guest tonight, Dalton Jones. Dalton, I know you had a big day, brother. You were in the studio recording some music, man. Give us an update. How was your day?
Man, where do I start? It was absolutely amazing, guys. I'll tell you what, the engineer I got to work with, he's phenomenal. He works in Nashville. He works with some really amazing artists. He told me some of the artists he's worked with today, and I was like, dude, I didn't even know that. I mean, he's worked with guys like Hardy and Austin Snell and Uncle Cracker and, gosh, so many other just amazing musicians. I tell you, man, it was an amazing experience for me. It was my first time ever being in a legitimate studio like that. And especially cutting a track like that. And I was just blown away. It's not fully done yet, but man, what he put together today on the spot was just, I couldn't believe it. I'm still kind of starstruck by what he did, man. It was awesome.
Well, you get what you pay for when you work with these guys that have a plethora of experience in the field, right? Like they're able to set up, they're already kind of set up with how they, it's small tweaks when you're in there, right? They're set up to record that vocal and it sounds better than you ever could get it to sound at home, right? The space is set up and yeah, man, I'm so happy for you, dude. I can see that glow about you. You're a different man now than you were 24 hours ago when we got to talk.
Man, yeah, I'm telling you, man, I think we might have a little clip of it here shortly, but gosh, man, I'm telling you, I turned it on when I got in the car. As soon as I left, he sent me a copy of it, and I put it on the speakers in the car, and I'm listening to it driving down the road, and I'm just like, holy crap. Like, I knew it was going to be good. Don't get me wrong. I knew it was going to be good because of what work he does. But, man, it was – when I say I had my expectations were, like, really high, dude, it come out like up here, like off the scale. So, I mean, it's just, it was phenomenal, man.
Awesome, dude. Well, I can't wait to hear that. But I think where we want to start tonight, because both Willie and I have had you on our respective podcasts already. I don't know how far we need to dig back into your story, but I want you to go ahead and share a little bit for our listeners that are tuning in live tonight and kind of give them the brief history before we get into the music.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, of course, my name's Dalton Jones, and I started doing music at 4 years old and singing in church and doing all the great things there. And taught myself how to play the guitar at about 13, 14 years old, and started playing and doing things of that nature. And then I really didn't start singing and playing the guitar till I was about 17-ish, somewhere right in that area, 18. And played it for years in church, did all kinds of things there, special music, you name it. But during that time period, I was also singing a lot of karaoke and hanging out at the karaoke joints with all my friends. And my wife, that's where I actually met her, was doing that. And gravitated from there. Over the last 9-10 years, my wife has been just hammering me, you need to do music. You need to do music and do more than just singing karaoke on Friday nights. And finally, after almost 10 years of her hammering me about that, I finally took her up on it. And just a little over a year ago, we started playing out, writing our own music and doing shows across here across Alabama. And today we got to cut our first studio track. So it's been a quick turnaround of things, but it's been a blast, an absolute blast.
Yeah, what a ride, man. What a ride y'all have been on. And I can't wait to talk to your wife about that book that she wrote and released this year too. I love a creative couple.
Absolutely. Yeah, she's so talented, and she's helped me write some of the songs that we've released. We're going to hopefully get those tracked here pretty soon as well. And my goal is I would like to, by this time next year, come out with a full album. And we've got a full album worth of music put together right now. We just got to get it tracked. So that's my goal, is to get that done in the next year. And my wife, like I said, she's just so talented in her writing and things that she does. So I have an unfair advantage when it comes to writing music, because she always helps and gives me input and feedback, and let's change this line or change that word. And man, it's so helpful. And it's a great team, which I think that's how any marriage is supposed to be.
For sure. So, Boo Boo, since you haven't had a chance to really talk to Dalton, I know you guys were backstage before I got in here, right before we started recording. You have any a question for him off the top here before we get into the music?
I guess I just kind of want to know who really inspires you to like make your music. You know, who's your inspirations in this?
Well, as far as like my own personal motivation and what inspires me is my family, number one. So, my wife, and then I've got 3 daughters. And so, they're my number one inspiration. Everything I do, I try to just give them a better life and do better for them. And music is something that's a passion of mine. It's a dream of mine. And so to be able to do music, something that I love and I'm passionate about, and hopefully give my family a brighter future, is the biggest thing. And then as far as my inspiration in music, as far as like where my music comes from, some of my favorite artists and musicians of all time were Charlie Daniels, Johnny Cash, the old outlaw country guys, Hank Jr. I love all those guys. Jamie Johnson has a big impact on some of the things that I do. He's an amazing artist and songwriter. And then, of course, I love guys like Hardy, who's a newer artist, but he's just an amazing songwriter, and I like his style of music. So I would say those are kind of the guys that I kind of look to say, hey, if I could model myself after an artist, it would be kind of in that realm.
Those are all awesome guys, man. I love that.
Some great songwriters in that block for sure. It's funny, Dalton, when we were chatting yesterday, you mentioned growing up right down the road from Riley Green and his hometown. I just got a press release today from our local arena, and he's going to be coming out here to play next summer. So I'm putting it for press passes. Yep. I'm going to drop the Alabama in there and see if we can't get backstage with him.
Heck yeah. He is, I'll tell you what, he puts on an amazing show, and an amazing show, I will say that. And he is a crowd feeding artist. He feeds a lot off the crowd and has a lot of interactions with the crowd. So I think from a performance standpoint, entertainer, he's just a really good entertainer. And Riley's a really good songwriter too, man. He has written some amazing songs. We cover a lot of his stuff when we play, and it's a joy. But yeah, I can remember singing. We did karaoke together a few times back in the day, and I can remember watching him play in the local, bars and joints here. I've literally watched him play in front of about 10 people before. So, and now he's playing in front of 100,000, and it's just, it's wild. It really is.
Well, and that's got to be so inspiring to see that firsthand, that like you can go from playing in front of 10 people and before you know it, be in front of massive crowds and doing your thing. So, really cool to have some hometown inspiration there working for you. That's amazing. Man, we're going to get into some songs. Willie, did you guys talk about what song you're going to play first tonight?
Not really. He just sent me to him, and I figured we're going to play the first 3 he already sent me, and then at the end, we're going to kind of sneak in that little bit of the one he did today.
Yeah, I like that. So you put them in the background music and not in the sounds thing. So
I realize that.
I don't know if it's going to work like we want it to, but we're just learning here, Dalton. You'll have to forgive us, brother. We're trying to figure this out as we go. Let's see if this played. Do we have a copy of his logo too we could put up there? Oh,
we do. It's up there.
Oh, it's in the logo section though. It needs to be in the a different spot, but that's okay. Oh, there you go. There you go. Look at that. That looks beautiful. That looks beautiful. Man, this is live production, baby. Live production.
See my face.
Oh, you know what? That's not such a bad thing, Willie.
Before we play this, buddy, I just want to say how incredibly proud I am of you. To see you from TikTok to how far you come, I am overly proud of how far you come, buddy.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. I really do. And it's gone so much quicker than I had ever expected. To be honest with you, if you'd have told me a year ago we would be in the studio today and recording a track, and I said you're crazy. But it's just kind of been like a domino effect, man. It's just boom, 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 boom. So I like moving fast. I played football a long time in my life and played running back. So, you got to be quick on your feet there. So it's kind of part of it. So we're handling it and rolling with the punches, man.
I love it. Well, I got Nothing to Lose pulled up. We're going to see if it works with this background noise, background music thing, and give it a listen. So without any further ado, this is Dalton Jones here on Love Noise, and this is his song, Nothing to Lose.
This is going to be my self-produced stuff too, so it's not the best, but it'll give you
brother.
A vision.
We had Boo Boo bring his stuff on self-produced last week, and we didn't murder him, so it's all good, brother. We're gonna take it easy on you. We understand what it's like, man. I'm a musician myself. Willie's a I would say amateur podcaster. He's getting to be a professional, but we're all learning, man. And this show is no different. So Nothing to Loose. It's loose, Willie. LOSE.
Hey, see, I can fix that.
Is that hillbilly education?
That's my 3 R's: reading, redneckery, and writing. Okay, y'all leave
Willie, make it a banner, because I think if you put it up like you did there, it covers up Dalton Jones's pretty face. We don't want that to happen. All right, here's
they're asking if you got better Wi-Fi in the chat, by the way.
I don't know if I'd call it better, but it works.
It's way better.
The job
way
done.
better, Boo Boo. All right, Nothing to Lose. This is by Dalton Jones.
I was raised on my dad.
Well, I think we lost him.
Yes, sir. He'll be back. It's all right. He's tech savvy, man. That's a killer song, dude. I was really digging on that. To me, it makes me think of like what maybe the garage tapes of Leonard Skinner or something sounded like, right? Before they wrote all those hits and they were just getting together. It was simple songs with a lot of soul. I liked it, man. Willie, what'd you think?
I'll let Boo Boo go first because I've heard it before tonight.
All right, Boo Boo, unmute yourself.
Sorry, I muted myself for the song just because of the dogs and stuff. But yeah, I really like that one. It reminds me a lot of some stuff that my friends who, they never end up releasing stuff, but they wrote a lot of really soulful things like that. And that reminds me of a much better version of that. And I really enjoyed, the lyrics and just the music itself, even just you feel it, it's something you don't just hear the song. You actually feel that song.
Yeah, I wish I had it while I was out on the road all summer, right? Talking about missing the family back home and just being out there, letting it all hang and really having, like it says, man, nothing to lose, right? And I feel like that really speaks to us in particular, where we're all kind of at in our lives is that, man, we're as destitute as we can be some days, right? Well, some of us ain't even got a pot to piss in. But we're out here giving it our all. We're connecting with people, awesome people like Dalton himself, who, speaking of connections, he'll be coming back here soon. I promise you. Just having some internet difficulties right now. But we didn't kick him out like we did to Boo Boo last week.
I tell you
You
what.
kicked me out.
Yeah, we did. No, just kidding. I tell you what, though, hearing that track is so much different than hearing him. Because I've heard the song before, because when I joined his TikTok live, that is actually one of the songs he played. So it was real interesting to hear the way it portrayed differently. I love the lyrics of that song, he actually, I'm pretty fortunate. He sent it to me, and I'm going to start playing it at the DJ events I go to, and I have his permission to do so.
That's nice. So you got to hear the raw acoustic version on TikTok first. That was kind of your introduction to Dalton?
Oh, yeah. I honestly, it's one of them nights I couldn't sleep, and I strolled through TikToks. And it was one of them nights.
Really? That's perfect timing for me not being the one with the issues, right?
But yeah, it was one
Renee,
of them nights where
Renee, now we're working on Dalton's Wi-Fi. Don't you worry.
But it's one of them times where I couldn't sleep, so I did what I've been doing for the podcast and just strolling through Facebook, TikTok, and seeing who pops out. And I said, okay, I'm going to be here about 30 minutes. And what 30 minutes turned to a 6-hour live that it was like I had my own personal concert with a bunch of other people.
And that's awesome, You got to really hear a lot of the raw acoustics there, huh, Willie?
Oh, it was. He's an amazing, talented person. He really is. I wish I had half that much talent in my big toe for music. I mean, I can do a lot of things, but music is not one of them.
And you got a big toe.
I got a big head too, but what? I figured I'd make the big head comment before you did.
Yeah. Yeah, Renee, I can't agree with you more. We got to get back to that soulful music. I think everybody in the world is kind of tired of the cookie cutter pop music. Like I said, it all has its place, right? It all has its place in life, but I feel like you're just so dominated by that on what's in pop music, or you hear on Spotify that's on the constant playlist, right? Like that you can't it feels like you can't get away from it, right? And I definitely feel that soulful, heartfelt music is making a comeback. And it's why I know that we hit this show and what the Scene Projects is doing as a network, what Willie's doing with Soul Impact and Boo Boo has with the Boo Boo Project now, of bringing out artists that to just let them kind of bare their souls out there and give people the courage to do so. Like you writing songs for radio isn't where it's at anymore, right? Radio ain't gonna play your song anyway. So bring it here to Love Noise, and that's where we want to showcase that kind of music. So appreciate you coming in with us again here, Renee, and tuning into the show. We appreciate you commenting and sharing it out there. So
listen, we're gonna have to give him crap when he comes in here because he just sent me a message and he said, "Me talking smack, and here I am." So we're gonna have to give him a little smack talking when he comes back.
Yeah, for sure. Well, maybe this is a good time for a little commercial break. We're gonna run some video. So I've been working with a couple of, we've been on the TV lately with our songwriter showcase shows, and I want to give you all a taste of what that looks like. So we're going to roll a commercial here real quick and like give you a little taste of the songwriter showcase, and we're going to do what we can to get Dalton back on here. So
roll that beautiful bean footage.
This is the Scene Projects. This is the songwriter showcase.
Go ahead, take a step across the Barrel County line. Hear the truth as it whispers through the tops of the Georgia pines. I'm fishing for walleye. Throw that boat in before the morning light. I'm here to stay.
Yeah, well, we're not here just to talk. We're here to play and sing some songs too. So why don't you guys give us a song, and then we'll come back and talk some more.
All right. Yeah.
My dreams were bigger than that small town. I was waiting on the storm to calm.
It's been coming down forever. It's the warmth from the fingertips, where the cold air catches, your understanding slips.
Sliding down the driveway, swearing at the snowplow driving by. It's so easy to forget all the beauty that's there if we'd only look up to the sky.
If I could change your mind, you know that I would. No need to say goodbye. The point is understood. You told me that it wasn't enough, but you gave all you had for me. Before we went our separate ways, I can't blame you, I messed it up.
This day has been an incredible, incredible experience, not only for myself, but for everyone who entered this room. We hope that you enjoy the performances. We hope that you go and follow and find your new favorite songwriter inside of this show. And I pray that this community continues to grow.
The words you said didn't come from above. Used to be able to weather the weather. It rained and I changed. You had enough. If I could turn back time, you know that I would.
Hey, Bubba, why don't we use this time while we wait on Dalton and let everyone tell a little bit about their show?
Yeah, I'm down with it. Willie, why don't you take it, man? You go ahead and tell everybody about Soul Impact. We've already brought it up a couple of times tonight. A great segue there as we heard Tyler Herwig on that songwriter showcase clip performing his song Enough, which you can find on the Scene Projects radio at thesceneprojects.com as well. But he was just a guest on your show this week, right, Willie?
Yeah, he was. And for those of you that are watching and ain't familiar, come check me out. I do pre-recorded, but I stream a new episode every Thursday at. Well, they keep changing times on me. It was 5, now it's 6, but just come check it out. And if you're an artist and you have a story, the point behind my podcast is be able to share them hard moments that behind the songs that you wrote and share the experience and the healing that writing that song offered. Just there's so many times that people hear a song and they're like, "Oh, I can relate," but and me and you have talked time and time again, Bubba, where you said a great artist, when they get off that stage, they're going to be able to know you better by how you performed, and that's what I try to offer and to show people that there's hope at the bottom of a dark road.
No doubt. And I loved being a guest on your show. I've loved watching the show continue to evolve and grow. You've had some great guests on. You've had some great conversations. Really loved the one with a couple of Vibe Fest performers, people that I got to meet while we were down there. The Fire White episode is just that. It's fire, man.
Only because she gave me a hard time.
Yeah, well, that's what made it even better. That's what made it even better is that you're such a good host because people trust you, right? And they're trusting you with some really deep stuff. And that's really the beauty of podcasting. Like, even though these things are going out to the masses, because of the way that it's filmed and people are in their own space and they're talking to just the camera and they're sharing it with just you, that it just makes for some great content. And I know that, my faith in you was not misplaced when I continue to encourage you to, pursue this podcast. And I love being behind you every step of the way now and getting to watch you grow. And how far you've come, man, and just a real small handful of episodes, 20-something episodes. That's, 10% of what I've done in the last 18 months. And I don't say that to brag on what I've done. I'm just saying that I don't know that I've seen that amount of growth out of myself like I've seen out of you. And now you're producing stuff in the background. You're creating your own thumbnails and just everything. You grab the bull by the horns and you've kind of wrestled it into submission at this point, into the dirt, and you're really making this thing your baby, right? And you're creating something that will last long after we're all gone. This beautiful archive of all of these stories, and I know you got your biggest fan that spends time with you every day. Your baby girl, I know she loves watching Daddy on the big screen, and not just when her favorite episode, which is obviously the one with me and you, is on.
Oh, whatever. But no, and that's the realness of it.
Filmed.
That's the realness of it is, and I have episodes, and I think, and I've had so many people tell me, "You're going to edit that out, right?" When she comes up and, "Daddy, I need this." I said, "No, I'm not. I'm not going to edit any of this." For one, the point of my show is I want people, I still go back and watch episode 1 with Bubba where I looked at me now and I was like, thank God I'm not that smuck anymore, okay? And I'm not saying it as a bad thing, but it shows how evolving is ever changing, and like one of the great things I love is I ask artists their creative process on how they write their music. And just to hear the different ways, they may have some techniques in there the same, but just to hear, 24, I actually have 28 episodes out. And in them 28 episodes, I've heard a different twist. And, and that amazes me. It's just because the process ain't the same doesn't mean the end results aren't.
Yeah, it's been awesome to watch. And I'm so proud of you, Willie. I know we talk every day and I can't gush on you all the time, but I definitely want to take the time when we're live here on YouTube and, recording this to post the replay next Wednesday, as well as we do with all of the episodes of Love Noise. That, man, when I say I love you, I truly do. I love the man that you're becoming. I love the father that you are. I love everything about you, Willie. You've dove into all of this. You've invested in me. You've invested in this company. And you're a big reason that I wake up every day and I am as motivated to get out there and to record 4 episodes a day and to just go for it, because I know what we're doing matters. And I know that, you know, all of these episodes and all of these things that we're working on, it counts. It's not for nothing. And even though the financial side hasn't clicked yet, which in little bits it has, right? You know, catching a 50 on Venmo from Willie the other day was like, damn, man, maybe this thing is starting to make a little bit of money, right? And I think we're about to hit that point where the floodgates really open and other people see what we're doing and really start to support that, whether it's by going to our Patreon, finding the scene projects and contributing a little bit there, or, you know, anyway, any advertisers and businesses that are in our circle get to know us and get to trust us and know that we're here to make your business, right, our baby too, just like we do with every artist that comes on, and we treat your art with that same respect. I mean, that's the level of professionalism that we bring to everything we do. So really just thrilled, man. I'm so proud of you, Willie. And Boo Boo, I'm proud of you too, brother. You've worked your butt off, even when your internet sucks and your computer gets stolen and we have to buy you one off of Temu. The fans, our fans brought that for you, right? Like we had to do a fundraiser and we had people come out, and I forget the gentleman's name now, and I apologize for that. But one of our fans came through and put down, right, and slapped his money on the table and said, man, that's screwed up that Boo Boo stuff got stolen, and dropped $200 down, and you know, was able to get at least something that Boo Boo could get back to work, man. And now here he is with a couple of shows on the network. Boo Boo, I'm going to give you the floor and let you tell us about your shows, man.
All right, so I got the Boo Boo Project, which, you know, as Bubba put it, I let artists and creatives, you know, they come on, and I just kind of let them put their soul out there for everyone to understand, you know, tell their story, and, you know, little, you know, weird, odd facts about them that you guys don't know that they want you to know. And that one's just kind of a lot of like your basic interview type of show for creative people to come on and do that. I also have Beyond the Bell, which is for the Scene Project Sports Network. And that one is independent professional wrestlers. So people who haven't made it to the big leagues there, and they get to come on and tell their stories and how they got started. And it's a lot like that, but it's a little more, the language gets a little grittier with that one. And I mean, you know, we're dealing with a lot of like deathmatch wrestlers and things there. So there's a lot of like people talk about blood and getting cut open and things. And then I'm also reviving Freestyle Freakout, which, if you don't know, I interview rappers and then they get to freestyle on my beats until they decide they're sick of it, basically. Yeah, that's what I have.
We made it.
Hey, listen, I told them I'm going to say this so I can say it to your face. Listen, we can't talk shit on Boo Boo and his Team Me Wi-Fi when you're down for just as long, buddy.
Dude.
When you get that money, buy you better internet, buddy.
Hey, mine went down there and switched to my phone faster than you got on again.
Man, it's making me sick, man. I'm serious. I've had this internet, like, I redone everything, right? I got a new router, new modem, everything. And this is the first time it's ever done that, ever. So, I mean, it's been almost over a year since I got it switched to this. So I don't know what happened, but I rebooted everything and it fixed it.
I mean, we failed it right around the same time, so there's that.
Say again?
We failed right around the same time with that one. I just got back faster.
Well, let's get this back on track. Let's get this about Dalton again. Just let's make him back the star of this show. Now that he's back, are you back for good this time, buddy?
I think so.
All right. Well, this next one you sent me is Country Nights.
Yep.
So
Yeah, this one's so this song is actually one of ours. It's out on all the streaming platforms. The first one is still in demo. We're actually going to be tracking that one. But yeah, this one's actually on streaming platforms, Spotify, Amazon, all the things.
Tailgates down, cold beer in the back, we hitting the town. Got a Marlboro lit, clouds in the sky, playing country songs till the stars rise high. Yes, country nights and we're feeling right. Crank the speakers up, watch the city lights. Riding the roads, ain't slowing down. We drinking, smoking, we blasting that sound. Tire spinning, we living free. It's Wade and Dennis, or Hank and me. Got Jackie in my glass, got that fire pit blowing. Southern boys know how to keep that party going. Got four-wheel drive, we're tearing up the back roads. Bottle in my hand, yeah, we let it all go. Outlaw living, we ain't playing no games. Getting lost in the country, no worries, no name. Tailgates down, cold beer in the back, we hitting the town. Got a Marlboro lit, clouds in the sky, playing country songs till the stars rise high. Yes, country nights and we're feeling right. Crank the speakers up, watch the city lights. Riding the roads, ain't slowing down. We're drinking, smoking, we blasting that sound. Got whiskey in the cup, smoke in the air. Country boys wild, ain't nobody care. Got a six-pack, riding shotgun. Yeah, we do it right, we're out for fun. Ripping up the road, pedal press to the floor. All my boys riding hard and report. Trucks, tailgates down, cold beer in the back, we hitting the town. Got a Marlboro lit, clouds in the sky, playing country songs till the stars rise high. Yes, country nights and we're feeling right. Crank the speakers up, watch the city lights. Riding the roads, ain't slowing down. We drinking, smoking, we passing that sound. Yeah, drinking, smoking, we blasting that sound. Yeah, we're drinking, smoking, we blasting that sound. That's fun.
Reprise. I'm assuming that was starting over there, right, Dalton?
Yeah, it was.
Oops. I dropped the ball on that one.
That's all. Well, it happened on the last song, so I was kind of prepared for it. Brother, you kind of missed us gushing about the last song a little bit, but kind of what I said about that one was it kind of it's what I think of like the Leonard Skinner garage tapes, right? And man, you just got such a good country sound to your voice. You got that drawl. But it's rocking, man. It's got a lot of energy, and I really appreciate that. I'm more of a rock guy. I know I'm a member of the Midwest Country Music Organization, and we have some, country twanged songs, but it's more along the lines of like a Marshall Tucker or Charlie Daniels band, where it kind of rode that line, right? Where it was country rock, and I know that now that line is even more blurred with guys like a Co Wetzel or and a lot of these bands out there, man. Is there any are you planning on redoing any of these songs with your producer and kind of working through some of the old stuff too?
Yeah, we're actually gonna. So, Nothing to Lose, the first song you guys played, that one is gonna be one of the songs we're gonna cut. He actually wanted to do that song, Country Nights, we just listened to. But I've got one other one that I just love, and so we're gonna do it. My goal is with this EP, we're gonna do 3 songs to start off with, and they're all 3 gonna be a little different. So what I want to do is kind of showcase, this is my variety, right? So one of them's kind of a little bit slower, kind of build up, tear jerking type song. I've got a kind of a happy, fun love song that I think Willie's might play here in a minute, that I wrote about my wife. And so, yeah, so I have country rock roots to my core. I love Southern rock. Grew up on Skinner. Grew up on Hank and Charlie Daniels and all that stuff. My lead guitarist with the band that I was playing with when we tracked these songs, he plays with the exact same setup as Leonard Skinner. He runs the old tube amp. He's got a layover mic. Like, it's literally like almost to the T what Skinner ran. So
that's funny because you weren't here when we went over that song, and that was the first thing I said, is that, like, this is what I think the garage tapes of Skinner sounded like, right? And you're right. I appreciate that you kind of brought it up, because Nothing to Lose and Country Nights are a similar vibe, right? They're obviously not the same song, but a very similar vibe, where it's not necessarily showcasing the different sides of Dalton Jones. So I love that you're kind of bringing that to, you're thinking well ahead of it. It's not just I'm bringing out my songs and I'm going to record them. It's no, I want to showcase the breadth of what I can do, right? And kind of show that if I'm only going to get these 3 songs to swing first, like let me give everyone a little taste of everything, and then you can come back and rework some of this stuff back in and be able to take people a little deeper down those veins, man. I think that's a great business move on your part.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I try to be thought out. And, like I said, a lot of these songs, I really threw them out there the best I could in like a demo version, just to get something out there. And I pitched it to producers and other folks. And fortunately enough, I talked with the producer I'm working with now, and he loved what I was doing and said, hey, let's track some songs. So we're gonna get these first 3 tracked, and then, like I said, my hope is that things take off and we can go ahead and cut the whole album, because that's what I want to do. Is I want to put a whole album out there. I've got 9 songs put together right now, and I have 10 songs now because I just wrote another one. But I'm working on 3 other songs that I kind of got started on, but I just haven't finished yet. So got a lot in the works.
Hey, buddy, I'm going to have to hold you to that 16 you owe because of that TikTok live, okay?
Yeah, man. That was a mistake. I will tell you this. Did you guys hear that story?
No.
So, oh my gosh. So I went live on TikTok, and this is literally like maybe the 3rd time I've ever gone live on TikTok. And that was when Willie found me. And I was playing, and I had this list on the left side of my screen. It was like, all right, if I get 1,000, hearts, I'll do this. If I get 5,000, I'll do this. 10,000, I'll do this. Right. Well, I think it was 10,000. And if I get 10,000 hearts, I will write a song. Right. Well, I didn't really think that through. And so I got over 200,000 hearts on this TikTok. And I was like,
more than 20.
They're trying to make me freaking be Morgan Wallen, put 30 songs on an album. I'm like, guys.
Well, you didn't say I'm going to write a song for every 10,000 hearts that I get. You just said if I get 10, I'm going to write a song. So they went
No,
overboard.
it did say for each this amount he would write a new song. 5,000 he would learn a new cover.
Yeah.
So
I did learn a bunch of songs on that live stream too. Like, dude, I'm serious. I'd break my guitar out and I'm like, what do you want me to learn? Somebody was like, paint me a Birmingham. So I pull up, Tracy Lawrence, paint me a Birmingham, learn it right there live on the stream. So, it was fun. It was a good time.
And that's actually what I said about that first song, Nothing to Lose, because that was one of the ones you played that night acoustically.
Yep.
And I said, that is such a different put together when you hear it a completely acoustic, because that's what I heard,
Right. Yeah, it's I put it together as an acoustic version at first. And which, all the songs I did, but that one, I actually released it as an acoustic version on all the streaming platforms first. And everybody loved it. Everybody thought it was, a good song. And that one, my mixing is not great. So I know it's kind of like everything's crazy in some of them. The mix isn't great, but I'm gonna tell you guys, you at the end of the show, when you get to hear the new one, it's gonna knock your freaking socks off. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you, like, for fair warning.
I think it's great, man. I love that you produced all these things yourself. I love that this journey of yours has been such a short trip. I know you've been playing music and you've been writing songs for a while, but just this really stepping out and doing it, and the praise isn't misplaced, right? Like you got a great voice. You're not afraid to lay it out there for people. I love the TikTok story, right? Of just going out there and being willing to do that. That's going to endear so many people to you. And what was your following like before? You said that was like the third time you went live on TikTok ever. Like, what was that experience? Like not a huge following and just went live and started doing it?
Yeah. It was so the most, I think the most interactions I had on a live stream on TikTok before that was like 10,000, which is a good bit, but I was never expecting there to be
between 10K and 300K.
Dude, when it goes from saying like 1K on the video to saying 0.01 M, like I was like mind blown, dude. I was like, holy crap, guys. And I think, Willie, you might have been there when I was losing my mind. I was like, guys, it says M now. It doesn't say K anymore. And I was just losing my mind. Like it was awesome.
And I told them earlier that was supposed to be a 30-minute hop in, and next thing I know, it was a 6-hour session.
Seriously, that live stream was 6 hours long. I took one pee break, guys.
Chugging lemon juice like it was going out of style.
I drank a whole
help.
freaking bottle of lemon juice. No lie, I drank a whole bottle of it. Straight lemon juice, uncut.
I got a commenter that's on our Facebook, our Facebook page. Nicole, shout out to Nicole Spoden. She said to tell Dalton Jones he's amazing. So
thank you.
Can you give her a little shout out to Nicole, Dalton?
Nicole, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And I tell you, I just love it when people.
There you go. Shout out to Nicole. Thank you. She's lighting up the hearts on my Facebook stream right now. Did we freeze up and lose Dalton again?
That's because you did.
We broke his internet again, Nicole. Look at that.
And of course, we got Renee over here that says she got Jason Aldean vibes from that last song.
Yeah, I feel that. We're gonna pull Dalton off of here, see if we can get that back. We're gonna throw Renee's comment up there. Renee, we always appreciate you tapping in and dropping the comments. For sure, I definitely hear that Jason Aldean in there. He's got that country boy sound, right? He's got that and that rock vibe to it, right? That energy that I think it's got such a big place in country music right now. It's not all about the twang anymore with country music. It's changed so much. And I think that's because of the hole that's left, because rock music has gone so heavy and like so towards that very heavy side that it left this big hole where kind of like classic rock music used to be. Bands like Marshall Tucker and Skynyrd and all of these bands that a lot of us grew up with. Right? You don't have that sound in rock music anymore. You have it in country music. So yeah, we had another commenter saying it gave her Jason Aldean vibes there. Dalton, what do you think about that?
I think he froze again.
He froze immediately. I had the stage. Dalton freezes.
I swear, I never talk badly about you again, dude. The internet. Blowing my mind. I have no idea.
Are we all talking T-Pain right now, or is it just me?
Thank God it didn't do this on his TikTok live stream, right? Well, Dalton, I think we're gonna take this moment to just play the next track that you got. We're gonna listen to it while you get your stuff figured out there, and we appreciate everybody tuning in, dropping us comments in here, and thank you all so much. Nicole's still lighting up the hearts on my personal Facebook page. We appreciate you, Nicole. Thanks for tapping in. Make sure you're checking out the show on the Scene Projects page too. And you can come in and be live in here with us and comment on this too. So
this next one is the love song he wrote for his wife that he was talking about earlier. It's called She's What the Lord Gave Me. We'll play it while we wait for him to come back.
She was the prettiest thing I'd ever seen. I still can't believe she's what the Lord gave me. Prettiest thing I've ever seen, had a smile that made a good dog blink. Long blonde hair, curly as a mountain road. She took my heart and never gave it back. What can you do with a woman like that? She hit me so hard and knocked me off my feet. I still can't believe she's what the Lord gave me. She's what the Lord gave me. She's what the Lord gave me. People look you in.
All right. So I
Willie,
joined
you
on my
are
cell
the
phone.
worst speller in the world. Well, next to Dalton spelled his own name wrong. That's hilarious.
Did I?
Wait, did I miss that?
What did I miss? What did I miss, really?
Well, it's she's what the Lord gave me. You have up there she what's the Lord gave by you messed it all
my
up.
bad. My bad. See, that's why you should have previewed it, Bubba.
We're gonna spell check everything Willie does from now on.
I fucking love you Southern boys, man. That education system, the farther you get down, it just
That's why I use
Yeah,
Chat
no kidding.
GPT for everything, okay?
I love this show, man.
Got to write an
I
email?
love 'em.
Chat GPT, make this email for me.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious.
Hey, we were asked while you were gone.
Yep.
They want to know, did Boo Boo give you his Wi-Fi?
Oh man, I do. Listen, I'm not saying anything else about Boo Boo's Wi-Fi because I jinxed my own Wi-Fi. You know, I'll be honest. So to be honest with you, I'm almost positive I know what the problem is. But it's too much detail to go into. But long story short, AT&T sucks, and their backbone runs everything, every internet company on the face of the planet. I know that because I used to work there, and they're having a lot of network issues here in the South. So I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Oh man, I love doing this show live.
I don't. You make fun of me.
You never know what's going to happen, man. It's like it's wonderful.
We gotta fire Willie from anything that requires him to spell.
That's right. Hey, you can't fire me. I quit. I quit.
You better not quit. You're the backbone of this show. Oh my goodness, man!
Well, we'll
great
send you a
song.
dictionary for your birthday.
I don't care what Willie calls it, Dalton. I thought it was a great song.
Phone now. It's doing it on my cell phone now.
You're number one.
They just don't want you to get famous. That's what it is.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm 100%. I know without us because I have an AT&T cell phone. I guarantee you they're probably doing some kind of conversion over here in the central office and moving switch connections, and it knocks things out for like 10, 15 minutes. And they just so happen to do it at freaking 10 o'clock on Wednesday because nobody's got anything going on.
Except us.
Except us. Yeah.
Oh man. No, dude, I like that. So is that one of the ones that you're taking into the studio there?
So that's not going to be one of the first ones, but we will be. So I actually just wrote that song. It's probably less than a month and a half old.
It's
and
fresh.
yeah, it's fresh. So yeah, I wrote that about my wife, man. I had when I first started playing, I told my wife, well, it's actually a couple years ago. I said, I'm gonna write a song about you before I started playing out, and started writing it, and then never finished. And she just said one day, "Hey, you never finished writing that song about me." And I said, "You're right." And so I sat down, and it's completely different than what it was originally going to be, like the song I was originally going to write. So the original song was kind of a more sappy, sad, not sad, but like a sappy love song. And that one's not really, to me, it's more like upbeat and kind of fun,
We don't have an award for this, but Renee wins comment of the night.
Hey, how about you just bring you with the alphabet book and I'll take both, okay? I know her personally. I promise I'm not telling some random chick.
We got the greatest fans in the world on this show.
I'm not picking up on some random woman on YouTube. I promise I know her personally.
Are you sure, Willie?
We wouldn't put it past you anyway, Willie.
Hey, listen, I have no game. I have no game, okay? I'm pretty sure my 3-year-old has more game than I do, okay?
She ain't 3 yet. That birthday's coming soon, but she ain't
It's
there
Sunday.
yet.
She might as well be 3. It's Sunday.
Man, it's been so beautiful getting to watch your daughter grow up right before my eyes. She talks so well for 2 years old, man. She has conversations with me on the phone, and she tells me exactly how it's gonna be, man. So anytime you need to know who's the boss around Willie,
hey, she's talked to Dalton too. Dalton called me one day talking about the show and everything, and we were talking some other details over. And Cheyenne comes up and says, "Who's that?" I said, "Someone for the podcast." "Oh, they're for the podcast? I want to say hi." Look, now we see 2 Daltons in the studio.
This is crazy. Do we bring them? Do we dare bring them both in? Yeah. Whoa. Oh. Oh.
There's 2 of me. It's like,
wait, there's 2 Daltons.
Double Dalton.
It's like the spider.
Oh man, so much fun. I am so glad. So what's crazy, Dalton, is that this was like one of the first ideas I had for a show when I started my podcast back in like April of last year. It was immediately where I was like, man, I want to feature all these artist songs that I have and do like a little reaction. And I recorded a few with my friend in his home studio with him kind of as my co-host. And it went over great, but it was hard to find people that I wanted to kind of do the show with, right? And I was gone a lot, and it was hard to get me settled down. And now having, Willie and Boo Boo around me all the time, we're always talking on the internet, right? Like we're on Zoom or we're on this or something, where it finally came down to where I was kind of off the road, and my wife started working the bowling alley again, and she works on Wednesday nights. So I'm kind of sitting here twiddling my thumbs anyway. So I've turned that into like our Momo meetups, our Midwest Original Music organization. We meet every Sunday at 7, and it's just kind of a networking hang. Now much different than this, right? It's kind of the same concept. Get together with other musicians and people, talk about what you're going through. We get to share a lot of what we're doing because it's hard for everyone to see it, right? Like everybody's so busy and social media is so hit and miss that if you're not connecting with people on a personal level, like you just don't know what somebody's up to, right? And that's why I love doing the podcast, is because even if I follow someone, I don't know everything that's gone on in the last few months since we talked. So really, just because you've been a guest on the podcast once or, twice or 3 times on the network in 1 week, it doesn't mean that we don't want to talk to you 2 or 3 months down the road, because everybody's careers are changing so fast. And, especially somebody like you that is fresh to the scene, you're just really starting to play out. You're just getting in the studio, working with big name producers. I mean, this guy's got connections to a lot of heavy hitters in the industry that he can pass these songs off. And because he's working on them with you, he's putting his blood, sweat, and tears into it as well, that if he's proud enough of it and thinks it's got a chance, he's going to hand it into some people that are going to be like, hey, man, listen to this one that I just did. What do you think of this? And you never know what those opportunities are going to lead to, man. So we're thrilled to get to hang with you and to get to be a little part of your career, and hopefully get to meet you in May if we can get you up to Missouri for a big show that me and Willie are working on. And man, I love this show more and more the longer that we do it. And it's been 3 weeks.
Right.
Actually, he's our first guest that isn't related to the network, really.
Yeah, he's practically related at this point, man. I've spent more time with him than I have with my kids the last day and a half.
Well, this is true. I talk to him on Messenger a lot.
Yeah, it's it's kind of a similar thing, and I think Bubba, you and I talked about it on your show yesterday. But it's like the guys down here that I did the podcast with. That they're kind of doing a similar thing, with trying to support local independent artists, and it's kind of one of those things, like they're trying to help the artists grow, and they're trying to grow what they're doing at the same time. It's kind of like a you scratch my back, I scratch your kind of thing. And I've ever since I came into the space, and I found that unfortunately there's a lot of musicians that look at it like a competition. And to me, it's like, I don't care. Not that I don't care, but I don't, because it's not a competition. I want all musicians to have success. And, it's just like on Facebook and stuff. I've got musicians that I've made friends with that I share their stuff. Or it's like, hey, I'll have a venue call me up and they're like, hey, Dalton, can you do this show for me? I had a cancellation. No, I didn't. But hey, I know somebody that will. Let me call them real quick. And so, I call and plug in some of my friends that are musicians. So, I just think that it's almost like a fraternity. But at the same time, it's like some people in the fraternity want to help each other out and then some don't, which I think that's with anything, honestly. But I like helping people and want to be a support mechanism to people. So when I meet folks like you guys and what you're doing, it's really awesome to see that, and I'm always 100% for being a part of anything like that.
Is that a Dalton Jones hat?
It is. Well, it says Jones in on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna need one of those.
Where can I get one of those?
Yeah, so we actually have a merchandise website. It's gonna be. I'll drop it in the chat for you guys if one of y'all wants to put it up.
Yeah, we'll copy and paste it in the banner, man. We got you.
I think I can handle the copy and paste. I ain't got to spell anything.
I wasn't going to say anything, but
yeah, I mean,
who was?
I think that's it. Yeah.
You already knew.
Hey, with a name like Boo Boo that falls off a bike, I think I can handle it.
He didn't just fall off, dude. He's gone face first off of that thing a couple of times.
Hey. So wait, is Boo Boo a biker name?
One time, Bubba.
Yeah.
Is Boo Boo a biker name?
Not like a vroom bike, like a pedal bike, Dalton.
Oh, well, I was gonna say, I have my biker name used to be Tumbleweed. That was my biker name, and it's primarily because I had I wrecked my bike, and I flipped my car and totaled it all within the span of like 2 weeks, and yeah, and so we had this lady that rode with us. We all called her Mama. She was just the most phenomenal person, and I go to this bonfire, cookout, whatever you want to call it. And I get there, and I had just had the wreck on my bike. It wasn't bad. I just kind of dropped it. And she goes, "You're tumbleweed." And it was kind of bestowed upon me. It's almost like I was knighted into it. So there you go. There's my story about my biker days.
That's awesome. Well, as a biker, I grew up in Deadwood, South Dakota, right down the road from Sturgis. I was just out during the rally. I was out at the Buffalo Chip Campground 10 days in a row, man, tearing it up and capturing content. And I love that. I love the fraternity. You talk about fraternities, right? And the brotherhood of bikers collectively. And, obviously you have a lot of clubs and different things, and, they get the reputation for fighting all the time. But I think you hit on something there that it's a family, man. If you're on a bike, you mean something to somebody, and they don't have to know you. They don't have to know a damn thing about you to know that you're a brother or you're a sister. And that's what, I'm not a biker myself, not necessarily, my dad wasn't really in that thing. We just wanted to live in the woods, but to grow up in that environment and to see it. And at one point I thought I might get a motorcycle. Thank God I didn't when I was in my 20s, because I would have laid it on his side who knows how many times and probably not made it to this point in my life. And now my wife's like, yeah, no, you're never getting a motorcycle. And that's okay. I appreciate her. I appreciate her for that.
I want one. I ain't gonna lie.
I want one too.
I just gotta wait till Cheyenne's a little older.
I will tell you, I've still got mine. It doesn't run. It's sitting in my shop collecting dust right now as we speak. But it is like you said. I mean, it really is kind of like a fraternity as well. And I met some of the most amazing people, and a lot of people don't know it, but but bikers and motorcyclists are one of the most giving groups of people on the planet. Like, they donate so much money and raise so much money for just great causes. I actually got to be a part of a charity concert with one of our local MCs here, and they were raising money for this little girl that had a brain tumor, and she had just had surgery. Well, that tumor has come back now, and so she just started chemotherapy. Today was her first treatment. Shout out to Brindle. But she's fighting the good fight. But we did that presentation for her, and or did that show for her, and now we're trying to get something going again.
Awesome, Dalton. We dropped Boo Boo, so that's a great time for us to cut to some more music. You sent in a clip of some stuff that you were working on today. We want to showcase some of this new stuff, and to really get to see what the future of Dalton Jones music is going to be. What's the name of the track? I'll type this one up.
Yeah,
I got you, Willie.
Yes. So this one, of course, it's unreleased, but this is right here in the South.
I got it right.
And it's a brand new song. We just wrote it maybe a month or so ago. And I tell you, I've released music already, but I would really like to call this my debut single. And I think it has that attitude, that vibe that I'm going for. And I can tell you, man, the producer, he nailed it today when we did the song. And like I said, this is just a little clip. It's not finished yet. We still got a master and everything else. So this is just a mix, but his mix is as good as a lot of people's masters. So just enjoy it.
I was taught to say, sir and ma'am, you don't start a fight, but you never back down. Hold the door open if you see a woman coming. Something goes down, don't start running. Only thing you're giving in life is your name. Better make sure you don't bring in shame. So few things in this life that you can live without. That's the way we do things.
That may be the end of it. I think it was only like 45 seconds.
Yeah, that is the end of it.
Yeah.
But man, it's easy to night and day difference between the self-produced stuff, right?
Yeah. That's what a guy that works in Nashville with major artists. That's what they'll do for you.
Is that you playing the guitar parts, all the guitar parts on
No.
that, or is that a band of yours or studio musicians? What's that?
Dude. So that was the engineer. All of it. He cut the entire track today in the studio, like on the spot. Like I get in there this morning. I told him, I said, dude, he said, what song are you wanting to do? I told him, he said, all right, I'm pulling the demo up because he had all my demo tracks for all the music I've done. And he said, all right, I'm pulling the demo track up. So he listens to it, immediately starts cutting the track, dude. And when I say he did everything, he did the keys, he did the acoustic guitar, he did the electric guitar, the bass, the drums, everything right there on the spot. Like by 12 o'clock today, I think, or like 1 o'clock, he had the track was done. Like it was cut, ready to go.
So was he playing the physical instruments, or is this?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so he's making the song physically in the studio in front of your eyes, and all you have to do is go in there and sing.
Yeah, dude.
What a guy.
I'm freaking talented, man. I'm telling you, he is stupid talented. And like I'm sitting there, dude. He's got this like his studio is like the perfect studio vibe, and he's got this couch that you sit down and it like just envelops you as you sit down on it. And like I'm just sitting there and I'm just like posted up like this the whole time. And like every time he turns around, he's got a guy that he's training to help him in the studio, and he looks over there at me, and I'm just like, I'm giddy, man. I'm losing my mind. And every time he would turn around and look at me, I'm like, and he finally said, "You like that?" I said, "Dude, it's badass." It's badass. That's the only way I could put it.
So what did he build any of this stuff beforehand, or was this he was going and like, I'm going to track the drums. Okay, now I'm going to go back and I'm going to track the guitar. Oh, now, so you're just literally watching him change instruments around, switch it all up, and build your song. Sounds freaking incredible, man.
It will. And the great thing about it is, of course, he didn't play the physical drums. So he actually tracked all of his own drum samples. So like he brought his drum set in there and created his drum kit in samples. And so that's how he made the drum beat. But everything else, man, he actually played the acoustic guitar. He played the electric guitar, and like he goes through the whole process with you, and he's sitting there and he's like, do you like this? Or would you rather he would give me options. He's like, he'd play this. And he's like, you like that? Or we can do this. Hold on. And I'm just like, it all sounds great. I don't even know what to pick. And like the funny thing, I think the funniest thing, and I think I can share this with you guys. The funniest thing throughout the whole day is originally we were looking at kicking off some like really awesome, just nasty, like slide guitar in that song. And he's like, I'll be honest with you, I'm not the best slide player. And he was like, but he started playing without the slide, and he does this little lick, and then he hits a solo real quick, and it was kind of like he was trying to give me a taste. So I would say I want that. And dude, he plays this just freaking just shreds on this solo, and you didn't get to hear the solo in that clip. I wish I could. I need to send you a clip with the solo in it because it's just disgusting. But I was like, no more slide. I want that badass solo. Like that's been my goal all along, is when I start, playing full time with the band, like I want to have a lead guitarist that is just freaking nuts to the wall, like will just shred and tear up the neck of a guitar, and I can just stand back and be like, like that's what I want.
So I had that, and we shared it on the first episode of Love Noise we did, but I've been working on some tracks in the studio with some friends of mine out in Rapid City, South Dakota. And the engineer played the drums. He's played the guitar on some of my songs. He's sang on them. He can do it all, right? But we were able to get our good friend Johnny Hastings, who's he's my favorite guitar player because I've seen him play live for 20 years now. I've watched his evolution to where the man has a relationship with this instrument, right? That is just beyond anything that I've ever built with my instruments. And I kind of had him, sent him some songs. It was like, hey man, rip a fat lead on this or do that, kind of build this in. And I remember when he sent them back to me and just raw tracks, like unmixed, nothing. And he plays them for me. And I'm just like, I'm in tears, right? Just like, I'm so happy to hear it and to be there in that moment, man, was just freaking crazy, man. So I know the feeling that you've been riding on all day, and what a joy to have you on the show when it's all still fresh, right?
Right.
It's really that's what this show is about, right? Like that is exactly what this thing is supposed to be, and where we want to take things in the future. Dalton, you mind if I play a song for you and see what you think about one of my songs? Can I play the song?
Absolutely, brother.
Well, because actually I didn't play the mixed version when we were on the show. I played the I just had the unmixed kind of raw tracks, but look at all these guys are dropping like flies anyway. All right. It's just me and Dalton now. We don't need them anyway, dude. I might make this a part of every show, and I get to share a little bit of my music with everybody. And actually, the song you heard at the top of the show, that intro, that's one of my songs called "Rise Up" that I actually worked with the.
When I heard that song playing, I was like, "That sounds like Bubba." That sounds like Bubba, and so I'm glad that you told me it was you. Yeah, I can. Cool, hey, man. I can. That's one thing. Like, I may not be the best guitar player, and I may not, I know I've got a good voice, but I know I don't have like the greatest voice ever. But like when I hear people, like I can pick voices out, I can pick, I can pick those tones out.
Well, and that's what I kind of realize, because I feel the same way, brother. I'm not the greatest guitar player, and that's why I kind of always try to like hire guys, especially on the studio versions, because I don't have any studio experience. It's a different animal, man. Right. It's a totally different animal, and I've played some guitar on this, but this is a song called Drifter, and my buddy Johnny Hastings tore it up on this song, and I'm really excited to play this for you and to get your thoughts, man. So this is called Drifter.
Okay. Pop rock, I love it.
Once I was a drifter, all alone away from home, searching for an answer in my soul. Once I thought the wandering life was all I'd ever know, till I run out of places I could go. Now I'm too old to go walking down this long and winding road, too young to just wait around to die. Gonna go on living like my heart is still on fire, just a little differently this time. Live a little wiser down the line.
All right, we don't have to listen to the whole thing, man, but I just wanted you to hear that, knowing how much you love guitar playing.
Man, I love that funky blues like solo, man. Like, and the doc, like it to me, that's like a doc rock, like almost like it's like
It's swampy, right? It's got
yeah,
that.
it's like Jimmy Buffett crossed with some freaking blues, man. Like it's different. It's different.
Yeah,
I like
man.
it.
Yeah, what's funny, Dalton, I wrote that song in prison.
No
thinking
way.
thinking about my life and where I'd been and all the running that I'd done in life and kind of nothing to lose, and the theme of that song kind of
Right.
reminded me of that. But what you get to in the second verse is like, time has changed my ways. I've left my drifting days behind, right? I'm a family man now. I'm watching my kids grow up and I'm doing all these things. And, that was the big impetus for me, coming back and biting the bullet. Like I was on the run for a year in Mexico, Dalton, before I came back. And like knowing I was going to prison, right? And knowing I had that time ahead of me. And so that song really came out in that time frame. And then to be able to, this is the first time I've ever recorded it. It's just been a song in my head for, like 7-8 years. Right. My wife had heard it and she'd always been a big fan of that one. And then when we went to record this and I knew I was recording these tracks, it was like, this has got to be one of them, and we did the guitar tracks and the drum tracks and the rhythm guitar tracks in just one shot. We all kind of got together. I had the bass player, Diami Giroux, and the drummer is the engineer, Tom Freer. We were at his studio, Cottonwood Studios. And we literally like ran through the song twice. And then it was like, okay, let's hit record. And we got the bass of the song. And it was like, that sounds good, man. Cool. And then, 4 or 5 months later, Johnny has the tracks, the guitar player. And I didn't know what he was going to do. I wasn't there when he did them. He did them, at his home studio. And he sends them back like, oh, man, let me know what you think. And I'm just like, tears streaming down my face, listening and like, oh, my God, like, that's my song. That's my song, And we're in the final mixing. That one's pretty much ready to go now and ready to rock out there. And I don't know what, if it's going to go on to vinyl or what we're going to do with it, but I'm really proud of it, man. So when I say like, I know that feeling that you're swimming in today,
man,
right? Like I know it intimately and I know it very recently, and you really epitomize what this show is about and why the scene projects have evolved. Like so much of what I've built was to meet guys like you, right? And to bring you on, to share your story, to share your art, to BS with the boys, right? And to get some shots in when you can, and just to have a good time talking music and sharing our passion, man. So Dalton, I think everybody else is pretty much tapped out on us in one way or another. I want to thank you so much for coming on the show tonight, for sharing the new music. We're all so excited. Nicole Spoden is on my Facebook. She says you need to check out her video and photography stuff. It seems like she really wants to work with you, and she's been a big fan of everything we've been doing. Man, you've made a lot of new fans tonight. Number one sitting right here in front of you, brother. It's been a pleasure getting to know you, and let's not be strangers, man. I hope to see you at our Midwest Original Music Organization meetups and keep sharing the wins with us. And brother, I can't be more proud of you, man. You're doing it. And I think there's only your imagination is the only limitation that you have. So as far as you want to take it, I think it's all possible for you, brother. So keep on pushing. Thank you for being here tonight. And thank you for being part of the scene, man.
Man, I appreciate you and all the kind words. And man, I loved your song too, man. That was awesome. I appreciate you for sharing it with us. And it's just awesome. Like I said, I really appreciate you guys giving me the chance to come on here with you. And I definitely will stay in touch. And we're definitely going to keep sharing and doing things. So I hope we have a full album out soon, and we can get on here and talk about that, man, and talk about it, how it's playing on the radio. That's what I'd love to hear.
Well, you know what? Your songs are already going on the Scene Projects radio, brother. You're already there, and that's in essence, that's what we're trying to get to. I hope you get all the terrestrial radio play that you deserve with this thing, and that the doors continue to open for you. And I hope I get to see you May 16th out there in Summersville, Missouri, at this beautiful campground. It's called Captain Jack's, brother. It's out in the middle of the Ozarks. It's freaking beautiful. It's owned by some beautiful people, some good friends of ours. Shout out to Leo and Carrie Fiala. They built a great thing, man. And I got to meet, that's where I met Willie. That's where I met a lot of really amazing people out there in central Missouri. And it's going to be a big spot for us. And I really look forward to that kind of being like kind of the central hub of the Scene Project, right? It's kind of out there in the middle of nowhere, but in the middle of everything at the same time. So,
yeah,
man, Dalton, Willie, since you popped back on, you got any closing thoughts?
Dalton, I said this earlier, buddy. I couldn't be more proud of you, and seeing Justin a little bit of time we've known each other, how far y'all have gone. You have gone, and I will forever be in your corner, buddy. Promoting the hell out of you. You know, you got a friend in your corner for a lifetime. And I'm still going to hold you.
Time to go to bed.
Yeah, she had a nightmare. I'm still going to hold you that karaoke in my backyard.
Hey, I'll tell you what. If I can get up there for that deal in May, we'll see if we can make that happen.
And if Bubba's nice,
me and you are doing a horseman duet or something, brother. That's what we are.
All right.
If Bubba's nice, we might let him join the party.
I love that little girl, man. Thank you all for being part of the scene, man. This was a great episode. Have a great night, guys.
Thank you, guys.